Hello there. Today I'm going to be doing a draft of the Play Everything cube. This is actually a cube I'm going to be playing in paper in a couple of days, and I just thought it would be good to record one of my test drafts. So just take a look at the overview here. This is a 360 card cube. It's a desert cube. I don't have a lot of experience paper drafting desert cubes. And it's based on the Take 5 format. So we're going to draft all our cards, and we play everything we get other than 5 of them. You can see here the cube designer has some design considerations. Big thing is it's singleton, other than the non-lands. There's no universes beyond and no dual face cards in here, and we won't see anything that adds or removes counters on different cards. There's cards a lot. As you'll see, there's Volvers and things like that that are going to add counters to themselves. And yeah, so there's some themes in here. We have cycling, kicker, trials, and cartouches. It's a multiplayer theme. I know recently the cube owner added some vivid things in here from ECL, some devotion payoffs, monocolor payoffs, and then just like white as tokens, blue saboteur, black self discard, red spellslinger, and green graveyard. The last time I played this cube, I drafted a blue-black. I want to call it Saboteur deck, but I really had no Saboteur payoffs. Still managed to go 2-1, so that was pretty good. So if we hop into a practice draft, we can just get going here. All right, so here's our pack one, pick one. I'm going to try not to spend too much time on each pick. Just look at the interesting things. I did notice last time out there wasn't a lot of removal, so that'll be important. There's Consecrate and Consume. Otherwise, I guess Expel the Unworthy is pretty decent removal, and less committal than this one here. Nothing else really stands out as something I want. So I'll just take the Expel and start in white. I guess a rule of thumb for this that I'm going to try and be good at is I should be grabbing at least 6 lands per pack to try to give myself good mana. Creatures tend to be small in this cube, so this Nemesis of Mortals, although it's just a big dummy, is one of the few big dummies that exist in the environment. Gutter Snipe's kind of neat. That's a way we could build. There's the Trials and Cartouches. I don't see anything that really pushes me one way or the other, so maybe I'm just going to take a land here. Some more removal. White-red could be interesting. In this pack, I got a healer. Although I really like Cartouche Knowledge, and we just took a blue-white land, so maybe let's spec on that. And continue on. We have some more removal here. Another Cartouche if we want to lean into that package. There's some of the vivid stuff I was talking about. So we have to play all cards. I got to be careful. If I'm taking this Prodigy, I'm going to have to either splash for it or cut something. Here's one of the old battle mages. I tend to think these are terrible, even in this environment. So we're just going to avoid that. I think maybe I'll take some really clunky removal. And then let's follow up the removal with, I'm thinking another land to try and stay on target. There's nothing really special here. So we're just going to take an untapped land. I like the basics a lot. So we got 2 of them there. And then now we get a Marrow Sky Swimmer, which is just good on rate. It was good in its format. It was good last time I played this cube. We're just going to take that. And the white Cartouche. I'm not sure I'm ever going to get anywhere with the a Hero of the Pride. And I do think we're starting to have to lock in a little bit based on what we have. We're definitely white. We could swerve away from blue, but I think it's I like my blue cards, so let's take an island as our 3rd land. And then we get the back the Consecrate, Consume. Interesting choice here. I think it's a great card, but I want to be disciplined on lands. Now I'll take Inkling Summoning. There's some light lesson learned stuff in here, and being able to just randomly mise an actual lesson when you have those cards would be nice. Let's take another land here. Don't have many creatures, so we better get on that, huh? Let's take the Wellguard. Just another 1/1. And we have 2 Cartouches, so the trial is great. So in pack 1, short one land, so we'll have to keep that in mind. A little bit creature light, but with some reasonable power. We'll take the Inkling out of the main board because that will always be on our sideboard. But I'll have to be disciplined on lands here. So let's actually just start off by taking an Ash Barrens out of a pack with probably interesting things, but nothing that blows me away. And then we have a white-blue Glacial Fortress. If you can see in this cube, most of the lands are pretty slow. You get there's the temples and the slow lands here, or the check lands, I think they're called. I have an untap symbol on this creature. I think I'm just going to take we're not cycling much of anything. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Glacial Fortress and move on. It's me up to 7 lands. Here's one of the Volvers. These, again, are old, kind of clunky cards, but some of them in this cube have actually proven quite powerful if you can play them. So it's always interesting. What the heck is this? A weird draw spell? Look at the top 5 cards. You control more creatures than the other player. Put 2 in your hand. I'm hoping to be more assertive than that, so I'll take a pass, I think. We have a really good removal spell in Ichor Slick. I'm not really close, although I could definitely pick up some fixing for it, and there's nothing else I want, so pick up Ichor Slick. Now we have a interesting blink payoff with this witch. I'm probably just going to take that. There's level up Spy Patrol. This is unblockable after you spend 5 mana, but 5 mana 2/2 unblockable seems bad. It's also a flyer here. Comes in play, draw a card for 4 mana. That's decent. I'm going to take the 2 though. My curve's really high. We have board wipe, but I don't want to be doing that, I don't think. Another 2-drop. Let's take the other 2-drop. And lands, so we better get on that again, huh? So there's another plains. I think we're heavy on white lands. Yeah, we need to really work on blue lands. I only have 3 plus an Ash Barrens. So I'll have to prioritize blue, but for now, let's just keep collecting land. Hero of Precinct 1. We already have 1-2 cards that trigger it. It's not amazing. Probably just a 2/2 for 2 is good. Unless, again, here's one of these level up guys. It's a 3 mana 2/2. Gets up to be a really decent card, but let's just take the on-rate good card for the deck. This is a bit of a yikes. If we do end up splashing the Ichor Slick, our Ash Barrens will help with the Swamp Survivor, and we're still sort of shy on lands. So taking other planes. I guess we'll take a second lesson, though we've seen no learn. And this is quite the pack. I guess hate draft Gary. Still definitely light on, well, a lot of things. Destroy all non-token creatures or Maze Glider, multicolored creatures you control of flying. I don't feel like I want the wipe. I'll finish off with his Bant thing. So we already have kind of 3 cards we're not playing in our main deck, so we'll have to be careful there. We're on pack 3. We have 11 lands, so we do need 6. And we need to kind of stay on plan or take fixing. So let's assume we might have to take fixing. And if we don't see an absolute great card for our deck, we'll have to take that fixing. So let's start with a River Marshal. Again, I need more 2s. Playing earlier on the curve is good. I don't need Angel Song. Not really a control deck. There's an untapped blue land for us. Trial's probably what we have to take here, especially with 2 cartouches to really power it up. Dreamstrix is just a banger in this cube. And we better take some more lands. I'd like to get a white-black temple or check land, if I could. 15th land. Here we have another Volver. This is one that would be exceptionally bad here. I have Sergeant of Arms. Kick, make 2 soldiers. That's probably good enough. I think I'm going to hedge and take an on-color land there. Do I have the swamp already? Yeah, I took a swamp earlier, so I don't need this swamp. Astral Drift is kind of weird. We're not cycling things. I'm not sure. Well, we're 12 creatures. I don't know that coordinated charge works well. Cleanse, exile 2 target cards from a single graveyard. There's a recursion package. This might be okay. We're at 15 lands. This is probably okay. Back to this Angel Song thing. Well, I don't really want this card, but we're going to take it because we have to. And we can actually play it. Creatures in control gain protection from a color of your choice. Seems okay. The 2/2 that brings a 2/2 long, also okay. 12 creatures, so let's take that creature. A Voyager Drake. It's an okay late game, maybe finisher. Guess we got to take the battalion here. We're going to end up land light, which is not great, but this is why we were practicing. There we are. This would be somewhat of a disaster if I were to play it. Or maybe not a disaster, but I'd want to bring my curve down to actually play this deck. Well, actually, this is my 40. I'm not sure that I have anything I'd put in. I actually think playing an Inkling Summoning that I can actually cast over a Giant is good. And likewise, the Spirit over this thing here. We didn't end up any learn. So there we have it. That was a Play Everything Cube practice draft, and I clearly need some more practice.